G'day everyone and welcome to Common Prayer. And today I've brought you outside a council depot to remind me to be praying for council workers this week. Now there's been an interesting role reversal, hasn't there, in 2020, where at the beginning of the year we may have thought that merchant bankers were probably more important than council workers. But over the year we've realized that council workers are just as important as anyone else, and their work that they do is just as important. There's a bit of a role reversal happening in John chapter 8, and although there's a debate about whether this passage belongs in the Bible and whether this actually happened, I think that these events are so consistent with what Jesus did and what Jesus taught that this really did happen. This is a true story. In John 8 verses 1 to 11, Jesus is brought a woman caught in the act of adultery. Now, why people were watching her in this act of adultery and where the man was, it takes two to tango, we're not told. But they bring her to Jesus, they put her at Jesus' feet and they say, the law says that this woman should be stoned, but what do you say? And Jesus gets down, he writes with his finger in the dirt, and people are a bit confused. And then he looks up and says, well, let him who is without sin cast the first stone. And then we read in verse 9, at this those who heard began to go away, one at a time, the older ones first, until only Jesus was left with the woman standing there. Jesus straightened up and asked her, woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you? No one, sir, she said. Then neither do I condemn you, Jesus declared. Go now and leave your life of sin. Friends, Jesus teaches this woman about dignity, he teaches her about forgiveness, and she leaves a forgiven person. Let's never forget our role as forgiven people. Let's never forget how Jesus forgave us. Let's always live in humility, working for forgiveness, for reconciliation, and for truth. I want to finish with a prayer from 2 Thessalonians 2 from Wednesday evening prayer, which says this. May our Lord Jesus Christ and God our Father comfort our hearts and establish them in every good work and word. Amen. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next time.